Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope all of you are doing very well. This is Prema here and this is my channel Homeschooling with SciMa. So I am taking videos. I am posting videos for NIOS students. I am in the first chapter, that is number system. So today's topic will be on finding irrational numbers between any two numbers. Okay, so this is one of the last topics of this chapter. Let us begin. So we are almost finishing the chapter. So subscribe, like and share to my channel, and let's get started with the topic. So in the last video which I posted where I explained about finding between two rational numbers, how do we find infinite number of rational numbers, right? We did two methods. One was the mean method, finding the average, and the other method was making the denominators equal, right? So these were the two methods we learned for finding the rational numbers between the two numbers. Now here today's topic is finding irrational number. Irrational number between two numbers. Okay, so how do we find irrational numbers between any two numbers? Okay, so that's what we are going to see. We will follow, I will give you 4 methods. Okay, so I'll give you 4 methods. Out of 4 methods you can use depending upon what question you have got, in between which two numbers you have to find an irrational number. Based on that you can use the method. Okay, so let's begin with the first method. So the first method is in between any two so if I have two consecutive numbers, suppose they have given you in the question you have two consecutive numbers, say 2 and 3. They are consecutive numbers, right? Just a number next to 2 is 3, right? The number just immediate next number. So that is the consecutive number. So between 2 and 3, how do we find irrational number? So what you have to do is you have to square the number. Both the numbers you have to square. So that means 2 square and 3 square. So what is 2 square? 4. What is 3 square? 9. Now in between this you have to write all the numbers. So what are the numbers we get? 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. After that what you have to do? You have to put a root, right? So you have to select the numbers between the squares of these two numbers. So between 4 and 5 you will select the numbers. We got 5 numbers and you have to do root of that. So okay, so root of 5, root of 6, root of 7, root of 8, root of 9, they are the numbers which comes in between 4 and 9. Okay, so this is the first method to find out irrational numbers. So these are all irrational. So these numbers are all irrational. Okay, they are not perfect square numbers. As you can see, root 5, root 6, root 7, root 8, root 9, they are non-perfect square numbers. So they are obviously irrational numbers as we have studied before. Okay, now coming to the second method. So method 2. Method 2. So here what we do, so in method 2 we get irrational number between two rational number. Okay, in the first method also it's rational number only, but here we will take which kind of a rational number? Terminating decimal expansion. Terminating decimal. Terminating decimals are rational numbers, right? If you see my previous videos you will come to know terminating decimals are rational numbers. Suppose if I say 2.1 or 3.2, so these are terminating. These are terminating decimal numbers. So now in between these two, how do we find irrational numbers? Okay, so what do we do in that case? So in that case we will write, now what are irrational number? You remember quickly go back to the previous video and you see that irrational numbers are non-terminating and non-repeating. So we have non-terminating and non-repeating. So they are irrational numbers. Now this is terminating. Now in between this, if you have to write, we can write non-terminating 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 1 0 1. So this is non-terminating and non-repeating. Similarly, you can write one more number 2.23146 like that. It will go on. So between terminating decimal, you can write infinite number of irrational numbers which are non-terminating and non-repeating. So this is a second method of finding the irrational numbers. Now coming to the third method, method 3. Now in the third method, we are getting irrational numbers between rational numbers only. Okay, suppose between 2 and 4. Now they are not consecutive rational numbers. How we saw in the first case, they were consecutive numbers. We used the method of squaring methods we used, right? Now in this case, they are not consecutive numbers. So what do we do? It's very easy here. So here you will put a root. Inside the root you will write these two numbers and you will multiply. So what do we get? Root 8. Okay. So the number which you multiply and put under the root, that root 8 will be between 2 and 4. If you see root 8 value, it is approximately, root 8 can be written as 2 root 2, which is 2 into root 2 value, if you can remember, 1.414. So you will get 2.828, and it is non-terminating and non-repeating. So you get an irrational number between any two rational numbers you can find by this method. Okay. Now the method 4, what we do? So the fourth method, we are finding irrational number between any two irrational number or one irrational or one rational number. Okay. So in both the cases, I'll tell you how to do that. So here, suppose if one number is rational, suppose we have one number irrational and other number is rational. This is, you have in your exercise also, this question. So here what we do, we find the average. Average method will work here. So you can find the number between root 3 and 3, you will do average of that. That is, you will add the numbers and you will divide by 2. Similarly, if you get both irrational numbers, root 2 and root 3, here also you can do root 2 plus root 3 by 2. Okay. So this is the average method. You can find out irrational numbers between two irrational numbers, or between a rational and irrational number, you can find the average of that. Okay. So these are the 4 methods which you can follow to find out the irrational numbers between any two numbers. So let's quickly see the check your progress 1.6, which is involving this topic only. So you have to find irrational number between following pairs of numbers. So I told you already, I already showed you that between 2 and 4, how do we find? We multiply the numbers. So we multiply the number and put the root, we get the number between these two numbers. So they are not consecutive numbers. Between these 3, I just now showed you root 3 by 3 by 2. You can find the mean. And this also same method, root 2 plus root 3 by 2. So these are the two methods, mean method, and here you can find you can multiply the number and you can find the root of that. Okay. Second question, can you state the number of irrationals between 1 and 2? So here also between 1 and 2, they are consecutive numbers, right? They are consecutive numbers. So between consecutive numbers, what you can do? You can do 1 square and 2 square. What is 1 square? 1. 2 square is 4. So between these, you can write the numbers 2 and 3. So put a root. That is root 2 and root 3 will be the numbers between 1 and 2. Okay. So root 2 is 1.414 and root 3 is 1.732 dot dot dot. They are non-terminating, non-repeating, they are irrational numbers between the two rational numbers. Okay, so this is how we find any irrational numbers between any two numbers. Okay, so hope you understand this, hope you understood this. I hope you practice these questions. It is very easy, you will understand it. Okay, do subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, you can ask me, comment in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.